Hello everybody, happy Monday, and yes, welcome to another crafting week. So if you're new here, I'm Catherine, and we have lots of fun here on this channel. We do all sorts of junk journaling, journal making, everything has a touch of sewing, textiles, and loads of fun. loads and loads of fun. I've got some really loyal subscribers that have been here from the beginning, and hope you would like to join us and you know, enjoy the fun and make new friends. So today it's Easy Makes Monday, and this is nothing new. Everybody seems to have done their own version of making masterboards, and even I've, you know, done them in the past on camera. And what I want to show you today really is how I change the feel of the masterboard depending on what project I'm going to be doing. So although the process is the same, we get some oak card that, you know, a bit psychedelic. I'm not going to do anything with that, and that makes a nice backdrop, I think. So I've got these two pieces to use up, and you know, then they'll be able to be cut up into tags and journaling cards and all sorts, belly bands, all sorts of bits and bobs. So what I've got here is, I've got some strips left over because I made a couple already, and this is from my Spanish dictionary. It's about 1802, and it's got lovely coloration to the paper. But also what I like about it is that it has quite a few illustrations amongst you know, amongst the dictionary meanings. And as I was doing it yesterday, and I wanted these pictures of these men on purpose, because of what I'm going to be doing. And I did notice that there's no women. Oh, I think there was one, Marie Antoinette, in the whole of this dictionary. So it's very much a sign of the times, wasn't it? It wouldn't be just all, you know, famous men or whatever in their time. Us girlies would be involved as well, wouldn't we? So it's a lovely colour. I like it because it's very small writing. It doesn't overpower the page because it is going to be the background, and it is very much in keeping with the project I'm going to be doing for my first design team project for Tracy Fox. So for Tracy Fox Creative and Love Junk Journals. So this should give you a bit of a hint that we're going back in time, because it's not very often that I've had these really old pages out for doing these masterboards. So we're going to get on with that today. Any other news? Yes, don't forget, there's a few people have got the Halloween journals in the basket. You know, if you need to be checking them out really if you are wanting to buy them, because you know, I want to be able to get them shipped out to you soon, as near to Halloween as we can. Tomorrow we're going to start a new sewing Tuesday project, new hand sewing project, and again this is going to tie in with my first design team project. So officially we start the new 5 of us that have started on the already established design team. Sort of officially start in November, but I'm going to sort of be making things this week, over the next 2 weeks or so for it, and I'm challenging myself a bit because it's back in time, and I'm pushing myself out my comfort zone a bit. The other thing is, so yes, I will be doing probably starting the main of it next week, and so that's that. And Thursday I want to be working on this little journal that I've started, and this is my lady's fashion journal. I've already sort of put the pages in ready to sew. Yeah, I want to show you something that Tracy's brought out in her digitals that are going to be fun to use in this. Came at the perfect time. I've had this half finished for forever and thought, no, I sort of run out a bit of inspiration with it. And then in an email I got from Tracy last week, I think she sent it out to the design team, so some pieces that will fit perfectly with this, so we'll have a play with those on Thursday, and anything else that crops up in between. So let's crack on with this. This is very, very fragile paper, very fragile. And I do sometimes put these pieces of these in my journals, but also there are some in my latest paper packs. I just love it. So yeah, I need my glue book, don't I? I'm on a big old glue book now. They're the ones finished. This is an old diary out the loft. In actual fact, it will be perfect. May as well use it, although some of it's quite nice. I have got plenty of it. It'd be great to cut out some of this, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm going to do it now. It's too good to use that as a glue paper, because there's no actual date as in 1986 or 80, I think it was 85, that doesn't say on there. Righty-ho, let's get cracking. So I hope you're all well, hope you had a good weekend. I want to just tear this down. I think this is going to be better for being put on this masterboard because it is very fragile. And you've just got to be a bit careful how I glue it, but the good old Scotch glue to the rescue. See, soon rips. Yeah, so hope you've had a really good weekend, and I'll chat more tomorrow in Sew and Chat about what we've been up to this weekend. So if you're not au fait with these masterboards, it's a good way of using up scraps of paper, scraps of card. Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, she then put some of her digital toppers over it, so that she can use them in any of her journals, because she does very shabby chic style, so they fit in with most of the journals that she does. I wanted to touch that down, but it's stuck already. That's faster. Now we've got a chap here. Let's stick him on somewhere. It's quite nice and sunny today. It's dreadful yesterday. It was raining and wet and cold. Of course, it's picked up today. So we're just gluing on, and this is something what you can do, you know, without having to put too much thought into it. In fact, you don't really have to plan any of it, just stick it down and don't think about it too much, because you're going to cut it up anyway. That's stuck to me. I'm going to put that round the corner. I just find that this Scotch glue is ideal because it's you know, it's not overly wet and it doesn't cause that too much of a wrinkled effect really. Now I'm going to take this over the back just to give the back of it a little bit of interest when we cut it up. There we go, so that's that piece. You can move your font in all different directions as well, which is useful. Just gives it a bit of a different interest. So the project I'm going to be doing, I don't want to put loads of colour into it, and so a fairly neutral palette really, and shall we have that bit? We'll do it there. And I just want, I will put a few focal points on these just to add a pop of colour to the journal, but essentially it's going to be, you know, because it's like a historical period, the main of it's going to be these sort of beiges, sepia colours. Put that on there. So it's more, you know, like a craft with me sort of video in a way, even though it's Easy Makes Monday. Now, if you weren't with me when I started the Easy Makes Monday, I had a short period in hospital, excuse me, and I was having a few weeks convalesce and didn't fancy tackling any large projects. And so I did the Easy Makes Monday for a few weeks, looking at all little things that we can do that are very important to all our crafting projects, and they're a bit mundane, you know, like for example cutting your labels out so you've got an assortment ready, making backgrounds for your tags and journal cards, all those sorts of little jobs that we keep putting off, because sometimes these basic things are necessary, but we don't always want to do them because they're not always exciting. So but when you're convalescing, not feeling quite at your best, they're ideal little projects to do. So I have got a playlist for Easy Makes Monday, so yeah, if you didn't catch those, you'll be able to. That's looking nice, I'm happy with that. Let's turn my glue page over. Now then, what else have we got? I think we're missing, we haven't had a gentleman on here for ages, so he will do us. I'm back to the croaky voice again, and I think it's the central heating, you know, because we've now turned the central heating on, and it's a bit drying sometimes, the central heating can be, and I'm sure it's that makes my voice a bit croaky. Now, I don't want a big gap of paper there, get rid of that. So in other masterboards, you can use an assortment of papers. I mean, this is very much, you know, because I want it in a certain way for this project. So I'm just putting all the similar sort of things down. But what does look nice is if you use all your road papers. I've got quite an assortment of colorations of papers, vintage papers, and they look really lovely as a backdrop as well. I seem to be getting a lot of itty bitties down here. There we go. Now then, let's see if we can find another gentleman. He can go there, perfect. So the different colorations look really effective. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. I've got some old papers here. So if you can imagine, these are all old papers and they've all got different colorations. So look at that one. They're from an old children's book of mine. And there's this here. So you can see how you can get, even if you're not working with colour in a journal, how you can ring the changes by having a lovely assortment of vintage papers, the different foxing colour, you know, how it's foxed, aged over the years differently. And that looks really effective. There we go. Let's put that up to the top there. Right. Let's see if we can put some bigger pieces in. Have we got a... Can you see, look, what I mean about we've got an assortment of things on the page, which I think are really interesting. You can tear this like you normally tear the other, but sometimes it does have a mind of its own. Goes a bit wibbly wobbly. I was watching Antonio Makes yesterday. I had a chance to watch he's done his first design team project for Tracy. And so go and check that out if you haven't already done so, or if you don't know Antonio, go and check him out. And he lives in Sheffield, and which is my old stomping ground, because that's where I did my nurse training. So yeah, it was really good. But he does cooking and all sorts. A really talented lad. So he's done his first one. I think we'll have that. Do you have that French horn there? I presume it's a French horn. It looks like a French horn. But you never know. And of course, because it's in Spanish, who knows? It's a helicon. So it's a helicon. I'm going to have to look that up now. I did do Spanish at school actually. I did get Spanish O level. And surprisingly. But I don't know what a helicon is. So if anyone is Spanish speaking out there and knows, then let us know in the comments down below. So where can we put it? We'll have him that way. Soon builds up, doesn't it? I don't know why I'm always surprised that it doesn't take long. No, I'll have him that way. And you can spend a morning and get quite a few of these Masterboards done, which you know, are really useful. And if you use something that's quite bland, it doesn't matter if you haven't got a project in mind, does it? cover him up. Where was I intending putting that? I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it there. There's too many higgledy-piggledy bits there for me. Now this, just gonna right on there. Right up in that corner there. I'll try and move this, but no, it doesn't want to be moved, look. It's just too fragile to be moved. Okay. Just a bit round the back there. I'm just going to put a bit there where that went a bit awry. Come about ready for a new glue page. Want that bit on. Sorry, I was lifting it up then. It's sending you a bit dizzy looking at that going up in the air. There we go. So do we want to put, have we got a gentleman that we want to put in there somewhere? I've got two here. I'm going to put that there because there's a lot of pages meet in that spot. So just going to put that in. And of course it doesn't really matter because when you come to make your tags or whatever, then you know you put your focal point on. And another gentleman here, because I think we haven't got anybody there. Let's get the whole thing down, get my glue book down. Somewhere. Oh, see what I mean? Look, it's disintegrates on you at times. A bit heavy-handed with the glue, perhaps. And it'll just give, I like this backing, but it'll just give a little bit of extra interest on there. Okay then, so that's one done. And then I've just got this piece here, which I think we can cover with the same papers, because it's surprising when you're making a journal. You think you've made plenty of ephemera, don't you, to go in, plenty of tags and things, and then when you come to actually put it in, they don't go that far. it's a nice backing, you see that. So I really enjoy doing these. I find them very relaxing, and you know, when you cut them up, you're never quite sure how they're going to work on the page till you start cutting them. So I think I will put that like that. I don't think, have I not got any more men? Faces of gentlemen on to put on. Thought I had. Have used them all up? Yeah, I must have done. Must have used up the ones that I'd already got planned for this. There we go. Right. So, a chunk of glue there. So let me know what you've got planned for this week, if you've got some crafting planned, what you're going to be doing. No, don't want him there. There we go. I'm going to put that on the other side. It's got some lovely coloration to the edging as well of this paper. I think it's done, to say it's so old, apart from it being very fine, because obviously I think it was, you know, it was that really fine paper that they started to make in that era. I don't think it's done bad. I don't think the coloration has, you know, it's got some of that nice foxing, but it's quite even. I mean, some of those pages from my childhood were in worst, you know, they had discoloured far more. And put that down there. Find something. Yeah. It doesn't matter, does it, if it doesn't match or anything, because it's all of the same font on this, so that's the effect I was wanting. But normally it doesn't matter, because you can, with crafting, junk journaling, anything goes, doesn't it? So let's just put a bit round there so we can go around the other side. Ooh, don't stick, thank you. Yeah. So tomorrow, as I said, I'm starting a new sewing project for this design team journal I'm doing, and I'm looking forward to doing something a bit new. Do I want that across there? Yeah. Stick that down there. We'll just cut that off. So we can start off with a level. Okay then guys, so that's it for today, I think. Easy little start to the crafting week. Love those. And of course you can, you can use this if you want to use it as a cover. Well, I don't want to really bend it, but say you wanted this to be a cover to a journal. It obviously needs some Mod Podge or matte medium on it to seal it. But doing it as these big masterboards, you've got options. The other thing is that you can join pages together and make a big roll. So for example, you can do that and then just keep adding pages on it into a big roll. But I'm using up the pieces of cardboard at the minute. That I wouldn't normally use that particular. I'm coming to the end. We have those pages that you pick all your favourites out first from your scrapbooking card, and then you've got some left that you wouldn't perhaps use. Well, that's a great thing to utilise to make your masterboards. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here. It'd be much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow for a brand new Tuesday sewing project. Take care out there. Bye.